Marlene Miller, the Source Song Singer here. Yesterday I did a little Miracles song sing-along video, and this morning I want to do a short little tutorial to go along with that, to talk about one of the ways that I use this kind of a song, and then I'm going to be doing a recording of the Pure Source Energy song, and using the same principles, that when you're in a difficult situation or you're hearing some difficult news, and especially if you're starting to feel panic rising, one of the things that I do is I turn to one of these very, very simple songs, and even just using the phrase miracles in, miracles out, you could just take a few deep breaths and breathe that in. Miracles in, miracles out. Miracles in, miracles out. Miracles in, miracles out. Miracles in, miracles out. Now I'm using this word today because I watched something this morning that was very disturbing, and it feels like this is a great word to use to lower my, it's more than anxiety. It could escalate into being personally terrified of something that could happen here. And so rather than let myself escalate in that direction, I'm going to use the Miracles song. And before I start it, I'm going to do some muscle testing to ask on a scale of between 1 to 10, and 10 being almost in a personal panic state, and I don't panic easily. I don't do a lot of fear, but I can get triggered and be moved in that direction. So where am I at on a scale of 1 to 10? And I'm going to use muscle testing to test myself as far as my fear level or close to panic state. I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. I'm right up there. Okay, so I am going to use this butterfly position, and I'm going to pull out my little Sami reindeer talisman necklace. It's a piece of reindeer horn, and so I'm going to connect to the reindeer in Finland. Miracles in and miracles out, miracles flowing all around, miracles in and miracles out. That's what it's all about. Miracles in and miracles out, miracles flowing all around, miracles in and miracles out. That's what it's all about. Miracles in and miracles out, miracles flowing all around, miracles in and miracles out. That's what it's all about. Okay, I'm just going to pause here because it's been a couple of minutes, and as I kind of check in, I'm not 100% freaked out, but let's double check and see where my, on the panic meter I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've come down 4 points. And I'm going to share with you that I could get myself down to 0 and go back and pick a news station or watch a particular YouTube channel and be shot right back up to 10, depending on how things are unfolding on the planet. So, but this is just to demonstrate that this works really, really well. I found this works well for me in this kind of a situation where I feel like things are way beyond me. I just learned that the Ukraine has retaliated against Moscow, and there are fires in Moscow. There's been some apartments that were damaged and civilians killed, not from Ukraine, but from the sounds of, it was faulty Russian equipment that hit the apartment. So things are not looking good over there. So just aligning with the word miracles is a good place for me to start to both send energy into the situation and do a yelp for divine help, because I believe that miracles come from the same infinite source that everything else does. So I trust the word miracles is a good one to be focusing on and putting out there in this now moment. Miracles in and miracles out, miracles flowing all around, miracles in and miracles out. That's what it's all about. Okay, and I just was told to shake. You can stand up and shake, but I was feeling the energy was kind of coagulating here, and giving this to the earth to help to transmute and process. Sometimes I won't stand up on camera here because my camera doesn't follow me, but I won't. Sometimes standing up and just shaking for a few minutes will help to ground and release excess energy, which can get built up when you're taking in a lot of media. Pure source energy, pure source energy, source energy. That's what I was singing before I came over to do this video. And so I'll go back to that when I do a pure source energy tutorial type of video. But right now I'm gonna slip back to the miracles in and miracles out, miracles flowing all around, miracles in, miracles out. That's what it's all about. Miracles in and miracles out, miracles flowing all around, miracles in and miracles out. That's what it's all about. Miracles in and miracles out, miracles flowing all around, miracles in and miracles out. That's what it's all about. Miracles in and miracles out, miracles flowing all around, miracles in and miracles out. That's what it's all about. Miracles in and miracles out. Miracles flowing all around. Miracles in and miracles out. That's what it's all about. Now, I find that the word miracles is one that my inner children, younger soul aspects, uh, they're more likely to be able to believe in miracles, that calling upon miracles is going to help, rather than running Reiki or pure source energy. Um, so that's one of the reasons why I personally like the word miracles. I will probably throughout the course of the day, and if I tune into any of the world events, use a combination of all three of those mantra type of songs. But I do know from my own experience that singing the word miracles, or breathing the word grace, I don't know that I have a, kind of do have a grace song, but do I retest here a little bit? Yeah. Okay, where is my number between 1 and 10, 10 being I'm in a panic, and 0 being I'm good. I'm all right in this now moment. 3. It came down 1, but I'm kind of thinking thoughts that are keeping things stirred up. So miracles in and miracles out. Miracles flowing all around. Miracles in and miracles out. That's what it's all about. Miracles in and miracles out. Miracles flowing all around. Miracles in and miracles out. That's what it's all about. And in the next video that I do, the Pure Source Energy video, I'll show some EFT tapping. This butterfly one, and I apply pressure onto this part of the chest because that's a little bit, firm pressure will help to the body to get the signal to release the oxytocin, which is the love chemical, which will make your nervous system feel safer physically so you can relax more. And in the event that you need to make some quick decisions and do some things, you're more likely to have good decision capability happening if that blood is flowing back into your frontal cortex. And that happens when you are able to relax. So pick a song that helps you to de-escalate if you are starting to go into hyper-anxiety or panic mode. Miracles in and miracles out. Miracles flowing all around. Miracles in and miracles out. That's what it's all about. And I'm being guided to do the miracle, use miracles in, miracles out, and do that 5-finger breath. And before I move to that, I'm going to check where we're at. 1, 2. I'm down to a 2. Not to a 0 yet, but so I use one hand to count with and one hand to block off a nostril. And I will say the words a couple times, but then I'm going to go into silence because it just seems to work better for me. Miracles in, miracles out, miracles in, miracles out. And you're trying to exhale through the nostril. Miracles in, inhale through the nostril, miracles out. Miracles in, I change the count. I move my fingers every time I go miracles in, miracles out. And one more. Miracles in, miracles out. You know, this side. Okay. Now test again, and I am down to 0. That's really good. I also heard too, this is a good way to make sure you're getting, you know, oxygen to the brain, which again is something, I guess that's a really good thing to do, to have happen, right? And what was the other thing? There was something else. I'm going to go through this one more time. Oh, I also kind of do apply a little bit of pressure here. It's not as much as when I press down like this, but I do some. Okay, I'm going to put a little prayer out to Source and all for, I just saw that with this kind of a video, then I could be putting the words underneath, miracles in, miracles out. And so it's not subtitles exactly, it's just to kind of guide a person to focus on those words as you're focusing on your breath. All right. I think I'm going to bring this to a close here, and I'll be making another video here after a little while. I do have a live to do in a few minutes, so namaste, and remember to breathe and to sing along with the miracle song or pure source energy song, or whichever one, any song that makes you feel be able to come back to your own center, come back into your body, and be able to face whatever is happening with the highest and best energy. Aho and namaste. Blessings to us all.